All right, I'm gonna tell you something. This is one thing I learned. If you don't take a risk on yourself, guys, there's a problem because you're just gonna work for somebody for the rest of your life. You're gonna work for somebody that did take the risk. Think about it. Whoever you're working for, that 9 to 5, because I was in the same situation, that person that owns that company, that CEO, they decided to take a risk. And guess what? I'm working for them, and you're working for them. You could have took the same risk and got the same results, or at least close to it. The point is, you could have been the CEO of a company, but yet you decided not to take a risk. So now you're working for somebody. And the worst part about it is you making pennies on the dollar, sacrificing everything. This was me too. And I decided to flip the script and decided, you know what, I'm gonna take a risk on myself. That was the best decision I ever made. And then later on, I learned a new skill by taking this risk of getting into real estate. So now I can do what I want whenever I feel like it, and that's the best thing. Main thing is I got options, and I don't have to wake up to somebody, and I don't have to deal with all the bull that goes along with it. So just think about it. You take a risk on yourself, most people are scared of fear, or they're worried about fear of not producing or not getting ahead. But what happens if you do well and you don't fail? So it's worth the risk, because at the end of the day, at least you don't live a life of regret. That's what most people end up doing by not taking that risk. They live a life of regret. And I know that was something that I didn't want to do, because again, what happens if everything goes well? Because it can. So you got to think about that. Or if not, by default, you're just going to be working for somebody for the rest of your life. And unfortunately, most people end up working for somebody for the rest of their life. And you really don't have to if you just took the time out to learn a new skill. Anybody can learn a new skill and take that risk, but are you willing to do it? I would do it all over again. If I had to do the same thing, I would do it all over again and take that risk. So now I'm dependent on me, and I'm not so dependent on a job, because I tell you what, these jobs, they don't care no more. They will let you go, and they won't think anything of it, right? When they laid me off back in the day, I'll never forget that. That's why I do real estate. And I'm actually glad, looking back, that they did that. Hindsight, right? But I got too comfortable, and at the time, and only had one stream of income, like most people. So just think about it, just food for thought. Just go out there and take a risk on yourself, calculated risk. You could do this while you're still working at your job, guys. I'm never telling you to quit your job and get into real estate. Matter of fact, while you're still working, that's the best time to get into real estate, because when your back is up against the wall, it's going to be harder, I admit, because you got a lot more stress on you, got a lot more pressure, especially if you have kids and a wife or a husband, whatever it may be. That's a lot more pressure. But you can still do this while you're still working at your job. Just always keep that in mind. Never telling people to quit. Let your job be your friend. That's how I look at it. I let my job be my friend. But the key is, guys, learn a new skill, taking that risk. I guarantee you it's worth it in the long run. If you fail, you still got your job. But that's okay. At least you took a risk. All right, see you in the next video. Share this, like, comment, subscribe.